What's up, people? Apologies for being crazy late, having connection issues and all sorts. Our intro music decided to not work. So yeah, but we're here, people. Special show on late one. How you doing, Jalil, man?
Yeah, good man. Just obviously we kick ball today. I'm still in a bit of pain. Who told me I can play up front? I don't know, but it goes,
Yeah, man. Listen, bro, don't even say today, bro. We literally finished playing football an hour and a bit ago.
Bruv, just got home as well.
I'm literally, bro, trust me, absolutely shattered. But let me add Jeff in the building. What are you saying, Jeff?
It's good, boys. Good.
What's going on, Jeff?
Good, man. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, man. Just been watching these updates with my popcorn. Enjoying what's going on.
Yeah. Well, listen, we're about to get into that. But people, as you come in, smash the like button. And if you're new to Real Ball Talk, do check us out and subscribe. We're on the road to 200 subscribers. Hopefully, we can get there real soon with your support. So yeah, people, much love. But yeah, man, let's get into it. Listen, we know what we're here for. European Super League, taking over football for 48 hours, and now we're hearing that Man City and Chelsea are going to pull out. We're hearing that Ed Woodward is going to resign from his role at United at the end of 2021. There's some unconfirmed reports that Stan Kroenke is thinking he might have to leave. It's all kicking off, really. There's reports that Tottenham are going to wait until the last club so they can win a trophy. There's all sorts. But yeah, man, guys, talk to me before we get into the nitty-gritty. First reaction of the news that the Super League may already get scrapped.
Pretty happy that it's not going ahead, but I will say it looks like the damage has been done. Because if you've committed to this as an owner, and now the fans have spoken, teams have spoken who have some honor left, I guess, about and like gone against it, and you're the owner and you okayed this. Yeah, your days might be numbered, man. We see Ed Woodward. He's not the owner, but he's an executive and a chairman anyway. So that's he's out here. Gone. I'm sure he's not going to be the only one. There's going to be others who okayed it, and then they realize that the public backlash is too much for them to handle, and they're just going to step out the back door quietly. We saw Liverpool come out as well, or Jordan Henderson. He's trying to rally all the captains and try and make sure no England team okays this. So it's just a lot going on, man. There's too many moving parts, and once the government get involved, and I saw that they were willing to stop work visas, and they have the power to do Brexit, then that kind of speaks for itself. If it's going to like local governments and they are doing what they can do to stop it, then yeah, man, nails in the coffin for this European Super League. It's a done deal. 2 days. RIP. Bye.
RIP to the Super League. Well, yeah, man. I agree with a lot of what you said, to be honest. I think, because it's such a monumental decision that they were looking to make. Once you commit to it, it's hard to turn back. Because now, let's face it, let's use the example of Arsenal fans. A lot of them were probably Kroenke out anyway, right? But not forcefully out. This thing has made it a case now where there's a clear reason to be forcefully out against Kroenke, which is so they've done themselves a lot of damage with this, and yeah, it's
irreparable damage.
Yeah, I'm close to saying it is irreparable damage. I don't see how you come back from this if you're one of these. I mean, you got to look at Agnelli. 2 days ago, he was president of ECA and chairman of Juve. 2 days later, he's no job. Like
similar with Woodward, because he was also backdooring this agreement, and he kind of like went back on his word, missed Zoom meetings with people. And then all of a sudden, you're out of a job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. It's mental. It's mental. I think I've just seen something like where Liverpool players have come out to say that they don't. Yeah, so multiple Liverpool players have come out with a statement saying that they're against the plan for the Super League. But Liverpool have still not officially pulled out.
Yeah.
I think that's. I think like Chelsea and City, they already have money, to be honest. So them pulling out is it's a signal it's not going to happen. But if Liverpool pull out, we know that Liverpool are not in the best financial state. So if they pull out, then we know it's a completely done deal. Like, I think
Yeah.
but Liverpool confirm it.
Yeah, so Jalil, before I come to you, let me read out. So James Milner, led by Henderson, Milner, Robertson, Van Dijk, Trent, Thiago, Allison, and Curtis Jones all posted the same message roughly after 9. And the message says, "We don't like it and we don't want it to happen. This is our collective position. Our commitment to this football club and its supporters is absolute and unconditional. You'll never walk alone." Yeah, Jalil, man, what do you make of all this? It's I think the fact that Raheem Sterling just tweeted as well saying "Okay, bye," with a waving hand. So yeah, I think it's interesting that there's still some clubs that still like Arsenal, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, United, Real Madrid, and them, and they're still silent. They're not pulling out. So I don't know. These owners are digging their graves deep, man. What are you saying, Jalil?
Look, as Jeff said, Chelsea and City, they already have the P. They already got money. So let's not say it was easy, but I'm saying it's definitely easy for them to pull out because they don't really need the money. They're in a good financial state. Whereas I believe Conte, for example, is in a good financial state, in my opinion, from everything he's doing. Like everything Wenger's been doing for the club, he's been pocketing it and everything. And it's all his money. He don't really put back in. Now, big up my man Turkish, first of all, before we go on, yeah? Because, brother, I'm gonna send this to you as well. Conke's going, bro. No need to do much more work. Well, as a community, we're getting them out because that's disgusting. You know, but look, it's understandable. Everybody this year, 2020, took a massive hit from COVID. There's not one club that can say, "Oh, we didn't take a hit." Every club's taken a hit, whether it's 10 million there, 5 million there, 1 million. Someone's taking a hit, so everyone wants to make back this quick cash. The Super League was proposed, everyone was all in, but the chairs were in. The chairs were in, not the fans and not the directors or whoever's there. They just thought about quick money. They don't care about football. All these guys who don't care about football, they're all resigning thinking, "Oh shit, we effed up." Where's your advisory team? Someone must have said, "You know what, this might not go down very well." And now I'm happy they're all resigning and fucking off, and we can get some new talent. They can kick rocks, bro. They can all kick rocks, man. I'm tired of this shit, bro. Arsenal's been going through this for so long. I knew there'll be a saving grace. I knew there'll be a stupid idea that comes that a reason for Conte to go. Listen, man. If we didn't just come back from football, I'll be doing backflips and somersaults, son. I'll tell you that for sure. I'm in a good mood. I'm so happy. Yeah, this is going because even yesterday I didn't really understand the concept of everything about the Super League. I assumed that we'll still be in the Prem. I assumed that we can still be in Champions League and Europa and whatnot. Yeah, I assumed, and obviously I got to hear it first from you boys who broke it down for me. I know Jeff was on the side where nope, I'm not going for it. We had a Pono, big up a Pono. He was like, yep, let's just go for it. Change might be good. Lambs was in the middle like me, and I just didn't understand. That's why I asked the question: what's the negatives and what's the positives? And for me, there was way too many negatives that way the positives. So this is good. And I'm proud, yeah. I'm proud of the Premier League boys as well, Henderson and everyone, for coming out and tweeting it because officially, if realistically, if this was in a company, let's say for example, we all worked for a big company and one of us stood up as just we're not big, we're just players, we're just one IT sector, and we said no, we don't stand for this change. We don't want to move locations, for example. We don't want to move 10 minutes down the road. If we said it, we would have got sacked. So these guys are putting their necks on the line as well. So we've got to big them up, Ryan Sterling as well. Big him up. Big up all the guys, man. Big up all the guys. And I had a conversation with Rash. Big up Rash as well. He was kind of on the fence of it as well. but he saw the damage it does, and he watched the show last night, and he said that he was quite swayed until opposing to the Super League, but then he changed his mind, which is good because it's not the best thing. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy, man. I'm really happy, and I can't wait. And Arsenal need to come out soon as well. Not just Arsenal, Liverpool. I think Liverpool owners. I don't see Liverpool owners stepping down, but I see Arsenal, Man United, and a few others stepping down. But as Jeff said in the beginning, you know, Chelsea, City, they got money. They knew that they're not. They just know. They know they can pull out now, and everyone will be cool. They'll be upset about it. They'll forget about it in a couple of weeks or months. I'll say.
Yeah, no, definitely. That was some great points actually you made there, and it's funny because I was just looking on Twitter and Turkish said, even if the Super League gets scrapped, Arsenal fans don't forget what this owner's trying to do. The protest is still going ahead this Saturday, 23rd of April. I think he said 6 p.m. So yeah, Turkish, he's been cronky out for a long time, rightfully so, and
he's proved his point.
He's giving people a chance to say F off. I can't lie.
John, when we had Turkish on the show, he just kept saying to us when we had him on the show, he kept saying to us, Kroenke does not care about his club. He only cares about money. And you look at some clubs like City and everyone who put money, you know, their owners put money back into the club, and you think, but they put money back in the club. But what about Kroenke? Turkish was trying to tell us from the start, listen, no matter what it is, this guy does not care about the club. He cares about his money. And money comes first and business comes first. That's why they loved Wenger at the time.
Yeah.
And they proved that. Right.
I think a lot of the damage has been done for Arsenal, though. Because me personally, we say what you want about Wenger, but when Wenger was in charge of Arsenal, there was a homely feel. I don't know if that's the right word to use, but it was more like a family club to me, anyway.
I agree.
Yeah, it wasn't so volatile. Now, like in the past year, like Arsenal or the owners have kind of shown themselves a lot. The Ozil situation, I'm still not going to forget about that. That whole him getting pulled off Pro Evolution for the concentration camps, etc. And then he just was all of a sudden just ousted. I know Ozil made his own bed as well because he had phantom back injuries for a long time and whatnot. But the stance on that showed enough of it. They showed themselves. Then the random sacking of 52 employees. I think it was 52. I might be
55.
wrong.
55.
Yeah, just gone, like no warning. Now this. So yeah, the signs have been there. So yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a big fan of the owners. I wasn't so much owners, but yeah, I'm glad they're gone. I can say that.
Yeah, whoa. Kroenke's still here for now.
He's gone.
You reckon he's still gone, yeah?
He's gone. No, because you know when you commit to something like that, like the other things you can hide behind, like wolf tickets. Not with this one though. Like
no, you can't.
This one is harder to hide behind. So I feel like the Kroenke out bandwagon is going to be stronger than ever. And
yeah, rightfully so.
You got the LA Rams. Go back to that. We don't need you, man.
Trust me, he moved them from their city as well. But listen, let me go for some of the comments. Big up HO in the building. What's up, guys? Big up, my bro. Yes, nice to see you on. Yes, bro. Yes, Ed in the building. I've already done this, so let me add first man in. Yes, Peter, how you doing, bro?
I'm all good, man. How you guys getting on?
Not bad, mate.
Good, man. Thanks for jumping on.
Anytime. Look, we were pushing out mad content on our page, so I said I'll leave the fans at rest tonight.
Yeah.
Moving mad.
But yeah, man, listen, I think we'll jump on in a sec. Does anyone hear that feedback? Is that coming from you, Pete?
Probably, to be honest, man. I'll plug out this mic.
You not fix your mic yet, mate?
There we go. We're all good. But yeah, like? Pete. Yeah, that's good. That's good. But yeah, man, Pete, how are you feeling, man, with the news? Chelsea and City looking like they're going to pull out. Liverpool players have come out with a statement. Like, how are you feeling at this moment?
It's mad. To be honest, I did not expect that turnaround. Wow. Chelsea, yeah, I could see it. City, yeah, but for Liverpool, like, I know Henry's at home and he's raging right now. He is mad. He's there. He's smoking a second cigar, and you can just feel the anger fueling. I can just see the anger building up in his face. He's, come on, are you telling me where's this money going? They're Americans, but look, I'm delighted. Now I'm actually angry we drew last night, but we'll leave that one.
Do you know what? I was going to ask. Do you think you should sack your well, you can't sack them, but do you think your directors and everyone will step down, as seen as a few others, like, the Juventus guys are stepping out? I've seen a lot of people stepping down, but do you think your board might think, oh fuck, I've been caught now? They know all about the money. Do you think they're gonna step down?
I seen you say earlier, like, you don't think they're gonna step down. I don't think they will either, because they're stubborn. They really are stubborn. So, if everyone does it, they're gonna hop on the trend, because they are gonna get a lot of abuse. And like, England isn't a very forgiving place. Premier League is not forgiving. So if this all boils over and it is cancelled completely, they'll have to step down, I think, because I won't want to be supporting a club that has them guys on top. I think anyone who's been involved in this has to just be gone from football, banned from FIFA and UEFA, because they've gone behind their back and it's a disgrace.
Yeah.
Agreed.
You know what I find weird is just how quick it's been. It's almost like in a couple of days we could be like, it never happened, which is so strange. And I think, big up Mo in the building saying conspiracy theory, all Super League clubs, the league wouldn't happen. They did it to create leverage in discussion with UEFA to pay them more. And this is the thing now, because of all this, the new format of the Champions League has just come, approved, swept under the carpet, and no one's even thinking about it now. To the point where when this is all done and dusted, people are going to be like, hey, you know what? I'll take that new Champions League format, not Super League at least. So,
was there any negatives to it, John? The new Champions League setup. I know it went from 32 teams to 36. Is that correct? Or?
Yeah, I think the only negative is like 10 league games rather than 6, and that's just a bit long. I can't lie.
Okay.
But,
yeah.
Wait, so 5 years.
Yes, the lads.
What's happening, man?
Boys?
That top is fire. I'm a Nigerian man myself. Come
on.
Big up.
I'm not gonna lie, it's a fake one, but allow it. It's a good fake one.
I don't care. You're rocking it well, son. You're rocking it well.
That guy. Just seen the news there, boys. Literally had a session there and just kind of came on Sky, the Ed Woodward thing. Supposedly that was happening at the end of the season anyway, so that's a lie. Seen the Henderson Milner quotes. It's kind of, they're all going to top them now, surely. Well, I hope so anyways. Once Liverpool, Man United go, it's kind of, or Real Madrid go, that's kind of going to be the absolute end of it. Because I think City and Chelsea were kind of, like, they're still as bad, but I suppose they probably weren't the main lads involved. What do you think? Like, it's a bit of a madness what's going on here.
It's crazy.
I agree. I was just going to say before Jeff, you go, I was just going to say that I just saw Guillaume Balaguer talk about Barcelona, and he said that Barcelona are saying that they were waiting for the decision to be made on whether they would be part of it on the season holders assembly or something. So it's like some kind of Barcelona are saying that they kind of had some get out, like, yeah, well, we only signed on provision based off season holders. So yeah, fair play to Barcelona. That's a good cop up. But let me just read this comment before Jeff, you take it away. Ed saying, "Hey, Peter and them are on. Love to see it. Congrats on the 300. Love your content. Yeah, man, guys. Hey, guys, everyone choosing the channel. They're absolutely smashing it. Over 300 subs. Let's get them to 400 subs by the end of April. Ambitious, but we'll try it. Hey, Jeff, man, what are you saying? No worries, bro.
I was just going to ask, did you see the 36-team Champions League layout? what countries, or is it like 4 of the main countries get a 5th slot? Is that what happens?
Yeah. So what they're saying is that the top countries, right? They get 7 slots in total, but that's across the Champions League, the Europa League, and the Europa Conference League, right?
Okay.
So let's say there's an instant where 6 teams somehow qualify for the Champions League. You can only have 1 team in the Europa League and no team in the Europa Conference League.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, so that's kind of how it works. But yeah, I would assume it would go to the top leagues.
That Europa Conference is a joke, to be honest. Adding in another layer, like I know, you're in the Europa League at the minute. We're probably going to be there next year, but like it already is like has no value for me anyway. I think it's just if you win it, it's great, but until about the semi-final, not one person cares, unless like it's. For us, like Irish Dundalk, that was a madness playing in Europe.
If they went on a run or something, just because it's a shock. Like, but the fact that it has conference in the name, just that I'm not gonna lie, that instantly just cuts me off. It just sounds bad. Like they could have marketed it a bit better, if anything. But now, like with Europa League and I don't know the way I'm looking at it now. Even if you win it or Man United win the Europa League, if that goes ahead, we don't know what's. But like. There'll be such a tarnish, I think. I don't even mean, you know what I mean? There's going to be so much, like, even with City, if I was a City fan, I know they're going to win the league anyways and stuff, but, like, I know not a lot of people care, but kind of less people are going to care about these teams when which is not fair in them, because if I was a Liverpool fan and we were walking the title like they were, and this broke, I'd be like, like, you know what I mean? They're not going to get the same recognition. They probably, like, the players deserve the recognition. The managers, I don't know. That's just what I think on that. Like,
yeah, it'll be bittersweet.
Yeah,
it'll leave a sour taste in the mouth. It'll leave a sour taste in the mouth. But yeah, man, I'm seeing a lot of things trending on Twitter. I think to be honest, there's probably too much going on at once. I think there's
loads.
There'll probably be more by Friday. There'll probably be 3-4 more stories, I can imagine, because they're coming out like hotcakes at the moment. In the past 6 hours, I've heard like 4 stories.
It's mad though. Like, go back 2 days ago or whatever. Like, me, you, and Dermot, John. We're on all big depressed faces. The stream before that, we were all happy. Now we're happy again. I'm like, my brain can't take this, man. It's just been a roller coaster. Like,
it's a nightmare, man.
Madness. Big up the Relentless Sport Pod. Big up the Near Post. I saw you on Lee's show. Love your vids.
Love, man.
Big up to the guys. Obviously, people, smash the like button, and if you're new, do subscribe to the channel if you like our content.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Oh man, it's crazy. I don't even know what to say at the moment, to be honest. We were just asking to Peter there, Dermo. Do you think FSG should resign?
Yeah, they should. One thing I would say about Liverpool fans, even I'm not saying but like they're always like they really make their voice heard. Like even with the ticket price, as we were talking about earlier, when that happened, they left 77 minute. Even straight away Monday morning, yeah, they had the banners out. You know what I mean, protesting outside Anfield. I'd love if the fans could force them out, but. See, I was saying this yesterday actually with Kyle. We had from Nothing But Reds. He's an American. Like he kind of sees FSG slightly different to maybe how we'd see them, which is fair enough. It's a different perspective. But like, yeah, I was saying to Peter, I was kind of arguing about. I think Klopp and Michael. I know first of all, FSG hired them and stuff. Like Michael, they hired and Michael. They hired them, but at the same time. Did a good job there, but I think they were masked by how good a manager Klopp was. Because let's be honest, he squeezed every last inch out of the players he has. You know what I mean? So I think the reason they haven't been gotten as much stick before this is because we've had a world class manager in there who's made them look better. Like they're gonna look better when we win the Champions League. But realistically, it's been like we didn't invest into our squad after winning the Champions League. When does that happen? Absolute madness. So I hope they go. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know what to believe.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, you were mentioning the point about the Leeds game yesterday. Chelsea are still drawing with Brighton. There's only 5
Yeah, I have it
minutes
on
to go.
here. Yeah.
Yep, I'm watching it.
Yes, Basuma's doing his
Chelsea
thing
are
again.
I can't lie.
Giroud.
Basuma's a top player, man. He's got to go to a top club.
Yeah, Arsenal.
Yeah. Top club?
I'll take him. We're not a top club, but I'll
He's
take
a
him.
Top 12 in
Super
Europe.
League
What
standard
are you
player.
talking about?
Yeah, he's in that Super League, man.
Still, yeah. Hey,
man.
appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Big up Sean Walsh. Hope you're good, bro. Saying what's up, bro. Here by the boys. Appreciate it,
Big
man.
up, Sean.
Come on.
Drop that sub, man. Drop
That guy
that sub.
Walshy. I was saying, I was here listening to a few fan channels. To say, user all based around London. Anyway, I know Jaleel and John are. Yeah, like has there been word about protests kind of outside the grounds, or has there been much talk? What's going on? Like,
yeah. I mean, so I think Chelsea had one done, you know.
Yeah. I've just seen that. Yeah, I've seen they had loads. I've seen. Obviously, Leeds had some. It's kind of start to brewing around these grounds, which is right. It's a good way to show these owners. I know they don't care, but if enough people get behind it, it's going to make a difference. Like it has to.
I'll tell you what. Are you guys familiar? I don't know if you have it in Ireland, but are you familiar with Carnival?
Yeah, I know it.
You know, there's millions, right? So on Saturday, you're going to see millions of football fans in London, like it's Carnival, dancing down the street. And, well, it might even turn into a riot at Arsenal. I reckon that place is going to get turned over, but I'll be honest with you. I think people are frustrated right now, and it's a perfect opportunity right now, perfect to get Kroenke out. I think he's going to see all the pressure, and it's going to be carnage, in my opinion. Am I going? Yes, I'm going to turn up. I'm going to wear a mask though, COVID and that, what I mean?
Yeah.
But man, it's going to be carnage, and I like how football fans are all coming together now, man. I love it. We're saving the game, and people thought, fans can't do anything, and look what we're doing now. We've got clubs pulling out. We got hopefully Arsenal could be next. Hopefully your club Liverpool could be next. We have to wait and see, but I think it's right that everyone's coming together and protesting. I think that's the right way to go about it.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing about it though, because see, Nigel's there, like, can go back to hate Man United, but like our hatred to Man United, I've just put that aside, everything, and we've all come together because that's what football can do, man, and it unites us, and we're strong together. So I'm happy. I to be honest, I wasn't believing that we were going to take them down, but it seems like we had. I think they've a meeting tonight, don't they?
Yeah,
I thought I seen that.
Yeah.
So
they've got a meeting tonight.
They probably release a statement like 2:30 in the morning, so no one reacts on it. But.
Breaking news here on Sky, lads. Manchester, Man City have. You've probably seen that that's just been confirmed, anyways, or they've enacted procedures.
Yeah,
because they're still in contract.
Yeah. So it'll look good for Chelsea and City that they were the first two to leave. Like it will look very good for them. Like they'll be known as the first couple of teams to leave. So
and immediately cried out like, oh, they kind of only got tagged along. It was Liverpool, United, and Arsenal pushing it. So
which is probably kind of true.
It is, yeah. Like I said this before he came on. Henry is up there smoking his cigars out in Boston, wherever, absolutely giving out stink because he's losing all his peas.
Yeah, man, he's pissed. Well, man, listen, big up Nigel. So glad this fucking monstrosity is dead. Now I can get back to hating Man United and you guys for all the right reasons. Well done, everything football that stood up for football. Yeah, man.
Agreed.
Big up saying the Super League would have killed football for sure. Yeah, the Super League would have been. And I know Pano did a good job yesterday trying to put the positive spin on the Super League. He did a good job, but yeah, I was still against it. And yeah, man, it's just. You know what bothers me at the moment is the fact that do we genuinely believe that these owners, with all this access, with all the money they have, underestimate the reaction from people in football? Do we genuinely believe that?
It's a business. It's a business. it's a mad one. I just feel like it's quick cash for them. I just feel like they all thought the fans won't be upset. They're gonna see, Arsenal versus Real Madrid or Liverpool versus Barca every week. That's the only positives they saw. And for us, we know, we love sport, and it's got to be competitive. You've got to lose and get relegated. You've got to win and get a trophy. You have to move. There has to be progression, and it wasn't sold. And all these, directors and CEOs of companies and everything, all these people just saw money. And as I said before, and I said at the beginning, a lot of companies have lost money and they saw quick cash. And as Jeff stated before, Chelsea and City don't really need the cash, so they saw it, and it was supposed to them. They're like, "Yeah, we'll go ahead with it, but we can pull out any time," and that's why they're the first to pull out. Arsenal better follow suit, though. Otherwise, I'm going to smash up Arsenal and get arrested.
That's what's so bad about it. That's what's so bad about it, though, because we know these clubs. Yeah, we all know you're losing money or whatever from the sales, but they know how much the fans are struggling right now. Imagine how many people with their season tickets love going to all these games every week. I know it's a lot easier for yous in England, but I can only think for a guy who goes to the games week in, week out, like who literally just lives off football, how tough that is. And then for them to say, "Oh, we're going to be playing in Europe every second week now, so you won't be able to go to all these games unless you're a millionaire."
Yeah, it's
very selfish.
Like a lot of these lads, like it's a release for these fans. You know what I mean? That few hours on a Saturday or Sunday, or you're going down. Let's say they're playing Leeds away, Newcastle away. You know what I mean? The road trip, you're kind of buzzing with the lads. You know what I mean? You probably see the same faces at the ground. I notice even from Gaelic football, like going to the games in Croke Park, you know what I mean? The atmosphere, the kind of, and they would have been taking that away with the Super League. Like there is still something still beautiful with the likes of City, United, Liverpool going away to Turf Moor, to Bramall Lane, to these, you know what I mean? Because you still some of these teams, some of these games are nearly harder for some of these teams. It's just you have that bogey team, exactly. So that's essentially what they were taking away. I'm not gonna lie though, I'm still looking at the games. Oh, red card there. I don't know who that's for, but Ben White. Yeah.
Ben White, he's gone.
But what I'm saying is, I'm still going to view these games now. That kind of the back of my mind, I know this could be over. I don't know. I'm kind of subconsciously thinking these games don't mean as much because it's going to be.
I won't say who you backed yesterday.
Yeah.
I just say that now. I won't say who you put about.
Allow it. Well, that game, I seen that game yesterday as a friendly, so Drew. Oh no, but yeah. I still really hesitant because these lads will try this again in a year or so, and they'll keep on pushing until they can't be stopped. Like they'll get more clubs on board. I'd have to say that now, but we'll see.
I don't think they expected such a immediate response, because I think if it was more gradual, this would have gone through. But literally, like I think it was reported on maybe Sunday or Monday. I can't even remember now. It might have been Sunday. And we're Tuesday now, and there's already been a huge reaction. So they've kind of had no choice but to pull the plug, especially when Parliament are getting involved and the government are trying to find a way to stop it. And we'll stop work visas for players. So they're really, by any means, they're trying to stop it. So I'm sure they're gonna go away, regroup, and maybe 5 years from now they're gonna try again. So I wouldn't say it's over for this Super League idea. It's been brewing for a while anyway. Like it's been talked about for a good few years anyway. So I'll say by 2026 or something, there's going to be an attempt, and eventually it's going to go through.
You know what? Sure. That's a good point, actually. Let me read that. This coming from Sean saying, surprising the way Liverpool haven't come out to say they want no part anymore. You'd think all the English clubs would have come and said it, not just Chelsea and City. Well, you see, it's one of those classic things where everyone goes in it together, but when the shit hits the fan, everyone just goes off in their own way. So that looks like what's happened here. But you know what? Jeff makes a good point. Maybe what they've done is they've kind of put it out there and said, you know what, let's see what fee pushback we get. Obviously, they've seen that the governments have got involved in stuff, making up things about visas, changing laws, and etc. So then they can get an understanding of what the pushback is. So then when they come back with a new Super League proposal in a few years, they come with a much stronger legal case as well to say, you can't do that, you can't do that. you can't do that. You guys are not stopping us now. So maybe they're actually one step ahead of the curve. But I don't know. What do you think? What do you think?
It's almost like risky market research. That's what it seems like.
Yeah,
That's a great hit.
They know now, right?
That's a good one.
They can come back and they can say, okay, these 12 family clubs will stay in it for 3 years, and then after them we'll implement relegation or something like that. They're after seeing all the points we've made, you know, all us, we're after giving them what they want to hear, you know, us divs making four streams there in the last 2 days. They're going to be meticulously looking throughout this, picking up, and they're going to have it perfected for the next time. And like you said, they're going to have all the legal implications, so they can't, you know, stop it next time, because it will. Football always evolves and it always changes. Look at the Premier League; they forced that to come true.
Yeah, that's the thing. What did you guys make of the exchange yesterday between Klopp and Gary Neville? Don't know if you guys saw it.
No, yeah, I seen it. I think Klopp's just a real emotional guy. Like, I think he was just kind of. Remember he had that clash with Roy Keane. It was kind of taken out of context. He kind of heard him wrong about playing not playing good, something like that. So I think that's all that was. And I suppose them two people, like Gary Neville, I think what he's saying is genuine, but at the same time, it stinks as well. Because it's so hypocritical. Where was this outrage when we had to pay £15 for West Brom versus Fulham? Like, I get, because he has interest with Salford and stuff as well. Obviously, his job with Sky, but I'm not saying that was all made up. But all I'm saying is the rage started during the Burnley Man United game. They got in his ear and said, "Gary, look." I'm just looking at these protests here outside Chelsea. Absolute madness. But wow, that's mad. But I'm saying it was quite hypocritical by Gary, because where's this energy when we were asked £15 for West Brom Fulham? That's just as bad. At least with the Super League, we might have to pay £15 for Barcelona versus Man United. That went on for a few weeks, but again, kind of fan power, you know what I mean? They stopped it. We kind of had our voices heard, so. It's kind of good to see that we might have a bigger voice than some of these maybe think. You know what I mean? They do. They're kind of forced to listen. They don't want it, but they're kind of forced to. That sort of way.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. To be fair, I think that. I mean, maybe they're just incredibly out of touch with modern day society. That might be what it is, because you know that thing of £15 a day. That was incredible. Right in the slap bang in the middle of the pandemic, when people were being made redundant, you just slap that thing on, like you said, and it's the cheek that it's Burnley against West Brom. Like I wouldn't watch that game for free.
Hey, leave Burnley alone. They got abused yesterday. Yeah, I don't know why you Liverpool fans hate Burnley. Don't know why.
I hate Burnley. I hate Burnley as well.
It's just Burnley. It's just that in betweeners. Fucking bloody Burnley. It's just a meme now at this stage. So.
West Brom and Burnley or Line of Duty? Which one you picking?
I've seen a bit of Line. I've seen a bit of Line of Duty. There's obviously new things coming out, but I have seen. My mom watched it. I've seen about 5 or 6 episodes. It's good from what I've watched. I'm gonna watch it properly though, but it seems pretty good. There's a lot of hype about it. Seems to be a lot of hype about it anyways.
I pick that over West Brom Burnley for sure.
Oh, any day, man.
I'm picking everything over West Brom Burnley. Sean Dyche against Allardyce. It's not even
proper Brexit. Proper Brexit.
Pint off. They just get the boys in the pub for a drink off.
What Chelsea saying? Are they still 0-0?
Yeah, it's all finished. So
finished. Oh, that's
I think the players have just lost passion for their game until this is all gone. Like, look at the game yesterday. I didn't expect Liverpool to be that boring, and Leeds are a quite attacking team, and it's just 1-1. Like, I was expecting. Remember the beginning of the season, Leeds and Liverpool. How sick was that? Nobody expected that. I thought the same energy will come in, especially with Van Dijk being there. I thought the same energy will come in, but it shows how much of effect that obviously the Super League has had, not just on clubs, but on the players as well. Everyone's just like tired of this shit, man. Until it goes, until this talk is all gone and they just don't bring up again, you're gonna see good football. But right now, everyone's just been demoralized, man.
Yeah, I agree with the Liverpool point. But to be fair, Bamford could not hit anything yesterday. He was, the man could not finish, but very overrated in my opinion. But I'll leave that one there.
Whoa! Hey, big up
like
Bamford though for his comments on Sky Sports yesterday. Though, big him up. But
he's a bit overrated though. I can't lie. He's not a good finisher.
He's terrible. He just happens to have scored goals this year.
He gets so many chances. Like
it's the way they play that.
Yeah, like before this, Bamford's been at Chelsea. He's been promoted to other teams. He's been with Middlesbrough and someone else, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't even start. Like he scored all those goals in the Championship. Then he'll go and look for someone else. He just happened to find a manager who thought, you know what, we'll stick with you this time. He scored.
Yeah.
Not really a good finisher. I agree. He's heavily overrated.
Okay. Let me put this towards you guys, yeah. And I just want to hear everyone. I just want to hear what you guys say. But Brentford or Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who are you taking for your squad right now?
DCL all day.
DCL, but I think DCL is overrated as well because if you look the way Everton play, it's completely based Calvert-Lewin, long balls, long dives, crosses in the box. Like
the two
he's
of
a
them are
good
quite
player.
similar. That they're both of the teams are set up around the number 9.
Because DCL, I hear DCL getting called big money, but his first touch isn't great. He's not actually a great finisher. I know he scored a nice. He's a monster in the air. His leap is sick, but that doesn't make him a top player. He's a good player, but I think it's just modern day boys just get overhyped to bits. I would take DCL probably though. He kind of gives you more in general play.
Never thought.
I'll be honest. I think Ollie Watkins is
big
better
fan of
than
Watkins.
both.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah, one guy, we can't really say much because he's in the Championship now, but I'm a huge fan ever since he's been in League One, Ivan Toney.
He's been hyped up for years.
I've been saying this for 2-3 years now. I rate Ivan Toney.
He's very good.
He's got like 9 goals in the Championship this year.
Man, remember one top goal scorer goes into Championship, going to be the top goal scorer. The guy is sick, I'm telling you.
Remember we'd be in work and Pete be chatting to me, he'd be like, oh man, this lad Ivan Toney, go check him out. This one he was in League One and stuff, hyping this man. I've been tracking his career, so he's going to be he should be in the Prem next season from if there is a Prem. Well, yeah, but he seems to have a lot about him.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of Everton squad is overrated. That's not because you're a Liverpool fan, is it? Sure, there's no bias there. But yeah, I agree with you.
It probably is though.
How many? Tony always goes on about him.
How many players would we for our respective clubs? How many players would we take from Everton? 2, 3.
I take Alan.
Okay,
Pickford.
I'll let John go first.
Okay, let me think.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
I'm not even sure I would take Richarlison. You know, I think he's overrated too.
So man, he has 2 good games. He's a prick though at the best of times. Let's be honest. He's
a bit of a scum. Yeah.
Who's the left back?
Digne. You take Digne.
One of the best.
You have a good left back.
That's the thing. The thing. Maybe I'll take Godfrey. I like his potential.
Yeah.
Yep. Decore I'll take.
Come on, you're sleeping on Seamus. Shallow Coleman. You need that, man.
Surely, come on. Arsenal surely would take DCL though. Come on. DCL surely Arsenal would take. No? You wouldn't take him?
Never. I can't stand him. Can't stand him.
No, you know what? He's
half the time.
I don't mind him, but imagine he gets a nice through ball, so he's just gonna mess it up.
He's not a great finisher.
We don't pay him.
So let me get this straight. That comment was the team's overrated, but from what you guys said, you will take half the squad. So how are they overrated?
I didn't say no.
I
think
Jaleel on wages.
Julia, they have a world-class manager, though. Their manager's making them look better than they are. Like, Everton played like 6 centre-backs and then Digne left mid or something. It's like that. That's why their defenders look good. They have so many of them playing, like they're bound to look solid. And then they just played the Calvert-Lewin strength on the break, Richarlison on the break. They're a bad watch, Everton, but they are very hard to beat, as we know. Like, they're rock solid, but I think their manager's just making them look better than they are.
They won the league in November as well.
In August.
Yo, no, I was talking about one in November, and now Marina's out here. But you know what? Let me ask you guys this. Oh, what was I gonna say? You know Barcelona, right? They're one of these teams that are gonna go in. We're gonna go into the Super League because obviously they're in massive debt. Now, this is the team that in massive debt bid 85 million for Richarlison last year, January.
That'll be like a Klarna deal. They're gonna pay over like 8 years.
And Everton rejected, which was worse. I don't know which is worse. Everton actually rejected that.
How can you say no to that?
How do you say 85 million for Richarlison?
Barcelona spent like 110, 20 million on Dembele. Like, Dembele's a decent player, but I think he's one of the most overhyped players out there. Seems like his attitude's like that's their transfer policy. No wonder they're in debt. The money they've been kind of thrown around stupid.
That was such a panic buy with them. But I seen a good video actually about what Liverpool done and what Barcelona done. Liverpool's money for Coutinho went further than Barcelona's with Neymar did, and by a long, long while. Like, they panicked with Dembele, you know, trying to replace Neymar. They've been very horrible. Like, I even think the negligence, they weren't playing any of the youths when they were coming through. They've only started to now because they got absolutely slandered by the fans midway through the season because the likes of Pedri and that weren't getting a game.
Yeah. They've literally, if you want to see how to waste money, look at Barcelona. They have pissed away 500 mil when you look at it. Dembele, Coutinho, Griezmann. Like, you spent 140 million near enough on a 29-year-old to play him in his position. You spent 135 mil or something on Dembele. He's got half a hamstring. You spent 140 mil on Coutinho, and he still looks like he wants to go play for Liverpool or something. Like, he hasn't shone once. It's incredible. And you ended up with Dest as your right back.
Yeah, I mean, and then you got the thing of as well. They're paying Messi over 1 million a week. I love Messi, but 1 million a week, it's mad. But then we can't forget Real Madrid on the other side, who are still paying 600,000 a week.
Madness, but
yeah. You said who was on 600,000?
Bale.
Oh yeah.
On Messi, have any of you been to the new camp though?
No, I haven't.
Unfortunately, not.
I was at the new camp, and you would just think it's Messi's club. It's not even like they have like all the Champions Leagues, and they just have pictures of Messi absolutely everywhere. They have pictures of him getting all his Ballon d'Ors. It is literally just Messi everywhere. There's nothing else. You won't even know they're a club. You just think it's Messi's it's Messi's trophy cabinet or something. It's disgraceful.
That's a good point. Because if you look at Barcelona, a lot of Barcelona fans are not Barcelona fans. They're Messi fans. If Messi went to PSG City, their revenue will spike in shirts and merchandise and a lot. Barcelona, the reason why Barcelona have to pay him, did you guys see the report of how much Messi was getting paid? It makes so much sense because of the amount of money he brings. As I said before, a lot of these fans are not Barca fans. They're Messi fans. And same as Ronaldo, to be fair. I mean, I don't know if it's ever going to happen again. Maybe Mbappe, because he's French and he's got a big name, if he ever gets massive, if he goes to a club, they'll become Mbappe fans as well as the club fans, you know?
Yeah, Mbappe's the next guy.
Yeah.
I don't know if Alan's going to catch on the same, but Mbappe's the next guy.
Alan will catch.
You had that at Arsenal though, didn't you? Even with Ozil fans, just Ozil fans, like
we did.
Then not really Arsenal fans, just they would defend Ozil to the head. It's always been.
I was probably one of them.
It just happens. It's always like but
Jeff was one
Absolutely, man.
I'm a big Ozil fan. Yeah, but by the end, you can't defend it anymore, really. Like, if you have one assist in 2 years, there's not much I can do to save you.
Do you know what? Quickly on that, me and Jeff used to go back and forth because I used to be like, oh, Ozil needs to go now, get him out of my club. And Jeff used to go, bruv, he's not a defender. What do you want him to do? And Jeff made some good valid points because I kept saying to Jeff, oh, we don't need a luxury player. Jeff was like, he's not a luxury player. He's an advanced player. Obviously, he's an attacker. So we'll go back and forth with Ozil all the time. I wanted him gone a long time ago because I'm that kind of guy. John will know me, and Jeff, you'll know me because we play football together. Even the strikers, I'll say, come back and defend when we're playing like 11 aside and stuff. Do you know what I mean? But Ozil didn't want to do it. So what do you want to do? But it was a shame.
What's happening? Now, what happened to him is what's happening to Aubameyang, though. He's being victimized for what we already have. It doesn't really make sense. Ozil came as the luxury type player. Like, you don't expect him to defend. He's flimsy. He's weak. He's just amazing on the ball, and he's got a good final ball. Aubameyang is purely a finisher. He's being attacked for his lack of football when we knew that already. So it's shocked that he can't play football because all he does is score goals.
But don't you think, Jeff? Don't you think times have changed? Like, with the whole Ozil thing, times have changed where you had players dropping back and coming back and to defend. But with Aubameyang, as much as I love the guy, is his kind of game, because if you compare him to Lacazette and Martinelli and stuff, they offer a lot more, even though he's a better finisher, and nobody's going to doubt that. But he offers a lot more off and on the ball at the moment, I think, personally, with the link up play and everything.
But did any Arsenal fan have this opinion when he was scoring 2 against Chelsea last year?
Nope, I didn't. Especially,
it just okay. If you did, then that's a consistent opinion. But a lot of these opinions were just grabbed out of nowhere because you weren't complaining last year and the two past years when he's grabbed 22 goals each season and been joint Premier League top scorer. It's only now where the service has been poor. He's not going to go and make his own goals because he's not that kind of player. And now all of a sudden, he gets all of the criticism when a lot of our Arsenal, we're used to an Arsenal team that carves out chances.
Yeah.
Sometimes about 6 chances a game, and he gets 1, and it's a half chance.
To be fair, he's a good finisher, but I think he misses a lot of sitters as well. He misses some good, like he seems like he misses one, then miss one to score one sort of thing. He's not. Yeah. I wouldn't like he's kind of. I wouldn't say he's like proper clinical. Like his movement is very good. I think that's the best thing about him. He's kind of there in the right place to score or miss the chances. Like, but I suppose if you get them wages, the pressure has to come. Same with Ozil, they got the wages. Like they're the main man. You always look at who's the highest earner at the club. Like I think Salah or Van Dijk are the highest earners with us. Like, and they kind of consistently produce. So if you're on the way, like when you're signing that contract, they know they're going to get the scrutiny because they're on the big bucks here. So they can't really give out when they're getting scrutinized.
If you're getting that much money, though, surely you can add more to your game than that stupid step over on the left wing.
This is the question. I was gonna.
No, you can't do it when you're 30, man. You can't do that when you're 30.
He's 32 in that June.
Don't give him the money then.
That's a whole nother
can't
story.
do that.
I was going to ask this question for Liverpool. Dermot and Peter. Would you take a Aubameyang to your squad today to help you get 4th place?
No.
Right now, like just for this season or just in general?
Prime Aubameyang.
Like we get him just for these 6 games left. That you're kind of saying just to get the top 4, just to get him.
You get Prime Aubameyang for the rest of the season. Correct. 3-month contract.
Yeah, I would. I think he would. But yeah, I would take him. Yeah.
It wouldn't work in your style, I don't think.
Yeah, it won't work in our system.
I don't think he would, but I think the fullbacks would make enough chance for him to get the goals. I think he wouldn't be great. He wouldn't suit our style, but he'd just get the goals. For 6-7 games, we'd take him. He'd score 6-7 goals, probably. Prime, if that's a prime Aubameyang, like
prime.
He's a bags man.
Yeah, he is.
For me. He is a bags man, but I don't think our system is set up for a 9. And I know that goes on to Sean's comment about Coutinho. we just don't have a place for Coutinho in that squad right now in the current system. Do I think that system needs to change? Yes. Do I think Klopp's going to change it? Unsure. So right now, I won't take a Coutinho back.
How much do you guys think Coutinho is worth right now?
Oh, well, they owe us enough money, so just give him to us.
How can you still not pay your debt?
I don't know.
3 years ago.
He hasn't played all season for them.
He's about 30 million, 40 million max because of his name.
I'll say 60. Because
I think he turns 29 or something soon. Like, he hasn't played good ball in 2 years, 3 years. That's like getting a washed up Bale. Like, he might give you 3-4 games, and that's max.
Bale better than Neymar, though, so Peter. So
yes. Now I can't wait to have that debate one day, and I can explain why.
Get that in there. It's no debate, I don't think.
Prime Bale, prime Neymar.
Thank you, Demo.
No debate.
Neymar chokes a lot. We're gonna disregard that Neymar's a choker.
He's not a choker.
No. He's a choker.
No, he's not.
Are we going to ignore the fact that
why is he sits
on the bench and plays golf?
Bale, but when it was his time to turn up, he did
for like 5 games.
No. It was more than 5 games. 5 games.
No, check his stats in La Liga. They're not that great. Neymar's
Pete. Prime Bale, Jeff. Prime Bale was sick and he was clutch because he done it in the Copa del Rey when Ronaldo was injured. He done it in Champions League. But like Prime Bale was clutch. Don't get away from like Prime Bale was sick to watch. Remember he made bits of Mike on. He was so good. But I think Neymar is just because he dives, he's not seen as good enough. Good
Neymar might
be as good as he actually is because he's still a big player. Like he carries Brazil. Like literally, Brazil look to him every time, and he scored in Champions League finals. Like, you know what I mean? Why is Neymar a choker? Because he didn't score last year, didn't do the business.
No, but it's a lot of his. I'll bring up an example. So when Real Madrid played PSG, he was the best player on the pitch. His approach play is amazing. He is probably like approach play wise, he's the best player on the planet right now. Like he does everything but put the ball in the net. Even last week, like you do everything that you have to do, but that you have the skills, you fly past 3-4 players, but then when it comes to the critical finish, they can't rely on you. And that's why Mbappe is a star in PSG at 22. They bought Neymar as a failed project at PSG. No one says it, but they bought him to win the Champions League. If they haven't won the Champions League, it's a fail. League One is a given. Or apart from this season.
Yeah, but
a given. And Neymar, like with all your ability, like you're the main man, or you should have been. But Mbappe, this small kid that they bought, he's the guy they look. He's the guy they look.
He's the guy that. But like that's like saying just because Mbappe scores the goals, like you seen that Bayern game last week. Who sets up the goals? Who takes the attention away so Mbappe gets this space? Who's moving kind of like it's not just the goals or the assists or the last pass. Kind of
it's not
Neymar, and Neymar still has that in his game. Let's be honest. He said himself. He openly said himself he struggles to get up for the non-important games or whatever. He doesn't need to get told. Like I know he didn't score. He missed he missed some great chances against Bayern the other week, but he was still the best player on the pitch. I know Mbappe gets the goals, but I still think Neymar is clear.
That's kind of my point with him because he is almost always the best player on the pitch. But those key critical moments is why I don't probably give him the respect of that he streets ahead of everyone because you can be the best player. Like there's a lot of people who have the ability to be the best player. Quaresma was better than Ronaldo for a bit because he was just a better player. But then Ronaldo worked harder and became better. But if you just rely on your ability at all times and the output isn't always matching the ability, I have to question it sometimes.
Look,
Julia, what are you saying?
Let me say something about Neymar quickly. I think a lot of people miss that Brazilian kind of player who can beat a man and then get on with it, and that's Neymar. And I think that's what blinds everyone into what Bell's game is. Bell is just a clutch player. If you need a goal, if I've got a final to play, I'm taking Bell over Neymar every day of the week. I think, and we got to acknowledge one thing as well. everyone's talking about Messi and Ronaldo retiring, and everyone's saying the next 5 years, who are you going to be speaking about? How come Neymar's not on anyone's lips? Why is it Haaland and Mbappe? That is saying
He's 29. He's 29. He's nearly 30. That's probably why. Like,
Neymar.
Yeah, he's nearly 30. He's coming up to...
See, this is my point. This is exactly my point. Messi and Ronaldo are still probably the best players in the last 5 years. And they're 35? And right now? So we're saying he's 30 and he's not the best right now.
Yeah, but a lot of people would say he's the best, though. And also, like...
Neymar's the best right now.
If we're comparing them, I think he is. Yeah, for me, he is. But like, if we're comparing him to Ronaldo, if we compare anyone to Ronaldo or Messi, they're not as good as them. So like, they're.
So
I have
does
Ronaldo
Neymar win
Messi.
the Ballon d'Or this year?
Sorry,
because he doesn't for me. Does Neymar win the Ballon d'Or this year then? Because he doesn't for me.
The Champions League still has to be played, so there's still loads to be played. So we don't know.
I think PSG can win that out, and he still doesn't win it.
Mbappe will win.
You know who he's going to.
Mbappe would win it if PSG.
Yeah, but sure, lads. No.
Neymar's better than Mbappe for me, but I think Raúl should get it.
No, don't base it on the Ballon d'Or though. Didn't Nedved win the Ballon d'Or over Henry? So
he did.
The Ballon d'Or is flawed, lads. When Henry was at his prime.
But it's just I don't know. It's just a thing with Neymar. Like I've never always seen the output and the ability completely match. Like you can be the best player, you can have the most ability, but if I can't rely on you and I bought you for that, then I just don't get it. Like Mbappe is the star in PSG to me, and that Neymar might have his.
So you think Mbappe is better than Neymar?
No, that's not what I said. I said the star. Mbappe is the star. Neymar can be the best player. It doesn't matter though. We bought you to be, and that's my thing. Like even that, why I say it's a failed project is because they bought him to win the Champions League, and they haven't yet. It's been what? When did he go there? 2018,
2017.
2017. It's 4 or 5 seasons. I don't know which one. Seasons, 4 seasons, and it still hasn't materialized. And he's coming to a time where he's going to have to change his game.
I don't.
I think the main issue for Neymar, because I said this before, when he came in, everyone was thinking he's going to be the best player in the world. I think the issue for him hasn't been at maybe his peak performance, but it's been that Messi and Ronaldo just haven't really faded off until maybe about this season. We're starting to see kind of Ronaldo tail off. I think that's been the main thing, that these players have just been so good.
Last season, Last season as well, I think Messi and Ronaldo is the first time we saw them potentially declining, if that makes sense. And I think the person who stood up was Lewandowski, and he got cheated out of the Ballon d'Or. He broke stupid numbers in Champions League and Bundesliga. And regardless of the league, the respective league, he should have won it. And I think that's when we started to see, for me, Neymar 100% should have been there in regards to the best player, but he wasn't. His name never rang bells.
But lads, Jeff, you keep saying output numbers. Like Modric just because he doesn't score as many goals as these lads doesn't mean he's not having the influence or not producing the goods on the big moment. Like on that basis, we could say Origi's a big game player. I know that's not what you're saying, but like if you're just going purely on output, I can make it. I know it's not purely an output, but if you're saying output's a big thing, I could make a case Mo Salah's better than all these lads, which he's not, because he still misses a lot of big chances. Like
output is not meaning just goals. For me, I'm saying that output is more than just a skill in a match, because that's what he's going to give you that match. He even got booked for doing too many skills in League One, and they had enough and said, you know what, yellow card, because you're taking,
which is a joke, but
that's
John,
a joke.
I hope you're writing down this for next time. Neymar debate.
I'm writing this down. I'm going to say a couple of things. Let me read out some of the comments first. Big up Adnan in the building. Hope you're good. Saying, I've knew about Woodworm from the start. No surprise with everything that's so far. Profit of the fan. Bro, you should be happy then. He's resigning. He's resided. Woodworm, I call that. That's a good name. But yeah, he's resigning, bro. They got paid big in the building. Messi should win it. I think he's been insane lately. The facts are, if they win Champions League, then it's successful. Neymar is not a choke. This narrative has been created in the past year due to him missing a few chances versus Atalanta. Sean will say Neymar most entertaining footballer in the world. Now you see that's the thing with Neymar. I think
That's
Neymar. I think Neymar. And I'm going to bring in Hazard. They've got this issue where I think they don't have a natural hunger to score as many goals as they can. So they're the type of guys that can go past 4 or 5 man, and you're like, you scored a goal, but they'll happily lay it off to someone else and be like, yeah, you finish it off, and then they can mess it up, and then that doesn't come up in the stat sheet. Meanwhile, guys like Salah and that, they just take goals.
Goal.
You think that's the only criticism? That because the hunger isn't to score, they're willing to just assist? Or do you think is their influence in big games?
But hasn't turned up in big Premier League games.
Who hasn't? He's also had one. He's like most of his season in the Premier League is not talked about much, but it's one season off.
Dejan Lovren more goals.
I'm a big Hazard fan, a huge Hazard fan, but we can't deny that it's one season on where he's absolutely unplayable, and then the next season it's just like, no, I don't fancy it, and that's the season. It's not the game.
But I think that comes from the one really bad season he had that this narrative built up, because his first season he was decent. First season as a 21-year-old at Chelsea, 22. The next season he stepped up. The season after that he got Player of the Year in the Prem. Season after that was the catastrophe. Year after that he was Chelsea's best attacking player when they won the league. And then the 2 years after that he carried the Champions League with squads that should never even have been in the Champions League.
Yeah, on Hazard. Yeah,
I think that one season was so bad it's kind of changed the narrative a bit on Hazard.
Yeah,
but
like
again, on the other hand, I think I don't know. I'm taking
been at Madrid now.
Hazard. Yeah, look,
is he a Maryland Cookies?
Yeah, look, his ankle. He's goosed Hazard. Yeah, but Chelsea Hazard was a class act. But just to finish on Neymar, I know we have to finish up soon, but. Like, think of the pressure. He literally has the weight of Brazil on his shoulders. I know he got badly injured. Remember that World Cup? But even leading up to that World Cup, I think he got injured against Colombia in the last 16 or quarter final. He was carrying them. They had Fred up top. I think that Fred. You know the Fred I'm on about. Absolutely tough. And he there's I don't think any pressure can compare with that what Neymar had. Remember where it was. Like, there's literally no more pressure for a Brazilian player. Like, Champions League doesn't even compare to this. And he was consistently producing, won games for them. You know what I mean? I know the diving just gets over. But he gets kicked so much. He gets just kicked unnecessarily so much just because he does skill. Like, he embarrasses players. I don't know. I always feel he gets disrespected, but it's all about opinion, I suppose.
This is how I feel. Yeah. So, just one last thing before we finish. If Messi has to carry the burden of you haven't won a World Cup because you kind of choke. That's what people say when it comes to it. And Neymar must carry the burden of, all right, you're that good. Like, the burden is expected to be on your shoulders. Wear it.
Yeah.
And bring home something for your team.
But I'm not putting Neymar on Messi's level. Like, I think Neymar or Messi's a level here, and just everyone else is. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't really talk about. I just see Messi as a freak, like Ronaldo. They're just that good. I compare every other player with every other player. So that's why I get what you mean about Messi, though. But I just think they're just too good, them lads. But that's how I see it.
But listen, guys, let's wrap it up with this last question from Sean. Just one word answer. Hazard or Salah, who are we taking? Demo?
Hazard. Prime.
In my team, Salah, because he gets some goals.
Okay, Jeff?
If you're going for what I want to see, it's Hazard. But effectiveness, probably Salah.
Jamil?
Hazard.
Okay, so probably 2-2, and then I'm going Hazard every day. So, okay, so yeah, but listen, guys, it's been a good stream. Ed Paxton saying Hazard super easy. People, make sure to smash that like button. Earlier in the chat, I pinned the guys' from the Naples podcast. I pinned their channel on this, so go and subscribe to them. Before we wrap up, you guys have anything coming up tonight, tomorrow, so people can look out for it?
I think we're going to wait till maybe probably the end of the week, maybe a Friday thing or something, just because things are going to change and update and stuff. So we haven't really decided, but I think we've kind of been chatting about maybe a Friday thing, just to kind of wrap and get our heads. We need to kind of get our heads around ourselves. So probably Friday. Look out for Friday even. I'd say we're going to have something going.
Sweet. And yeah, people, just to kind of wrap things up, Chelsea and Man City are putting out the Super League. Ed Woodward resigning from Man United, and Yeti's resigning from Juventus, which was mental. And the much more breaking news to come. It was actually nice to end that last 20 minutes there talking a bit about normal football again and debates, which is hopefully something we can move forward. But yeah, people smash that like button. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. Subscribe to the guys on the Naples podcast. We're back tomorrow. Real Madrid 2013-14 against Barca 2015. MSN Barca. Little combined 11 should be a nice one. But yeah, and to Tottenham fans, hopefully you guys can win the Super League by being the last team standing. So
it's still bottling.
Yeah. So listen,
big up Jesse.
Yeah, big up Jesse. Take care, people. Peace.